So now that we've managed to make it inside to Canvas and we found ourselves in the correct place, we may be taking one look at the screen and thinking, oh my gosh, this is a lot of information. Do I have to do everything? Where do I start? So let's start. Instead of going through these items one by one, right? We don't even know where to go yet. Let's take a bird's eye view and look at this critically, try to get a sense of where we are, and then we can dive in appropriately. So we typically read from left to right, top to bottom. We'll start here. If we're reading from the left, we notice that there's a navigational menu on the left. This navigational menu is not going to change even if you're in a different course, right? So there's our dashboard. We can always go back and pop into another course if we need to. And there's what appears to be our personal account. Moving toward the right and then down, we see a second navigational menu. Things like grades and files. Wow, that sounds complicated, but I'll probably want to know where that grades button is because I may want to check my grades from time to time. Okay, sounds useful, but I'm still not sure where to start. If I keep making my way to the right, I will find something that says Unit 1 Orientation. I click on it and nothing happens. That's because this is a label, right? It helps to organize the content. When I start to click in here, then I'll start to go places. And I notice, right, that this is not homogeneous. Some of these look like little written on papers. Some of them look like flying paper clips. Others have a pencil. And that's something that I'm going to want to pay attention to as I read. What do each of these symbols mean? And what are their meaningful distinctions between each other? And then I've got something coming over here on the right that looks pretty empty, and it says that I have nothing for the week. Well, depending on what week you're viewing this video. If you're viewing it before the course starts, it will say nothing for the week. If you're viewing it after the course starts, right? Or if you're viewing it from your own accounts, obviously there might be some content there. Okay, so if I were to scroll down just a little bit, I'll notice that not only is there Unit 1, right, but there's a Unit 2, and it looks like there are a number of units, some of which will not be unlocking until various dates. And if I think critically about this, it looks as though they're about a week apart. So it looks like these units are corresponding to the weekly schedule. And in fact, they are. And here we are working our way toward finals, right around finals time. It looks like it's going to unlock the week before so that we can study. And then we've got something called benchmarks below. So I'll want to look on my syllabus and figure out what those benchmarks are. If I work my way up, right, I can either start by going into what appears to be the welcome letter, a good as place as any to start. But I'm going to take you into the syllabus, and notice that we have two syllabi, right? We've got something called the pop syllabus with this funny little flying paper clip, and then we've got something called the text-only syllabus. So let's start here with the text-only syllabus. When we click on that icon, we see that we have a couple of options. We have this preview option that starts to show the syllabus, right? And be careful about clicking next, because next is going to take you to the Unit 1 learning objectives, right? It's not going to take you to the next page of the syllabus. However, here we could probably change the page number, and we can zoom in and out, right? Or we can make it a full page, and obviously it's best to view, I think it's best to view the syllabus as a full page. And you did see that little note, it disappeared, but to exit the full page, you've got a couple of options. You can click right here to contract, or you can always press the escape key. Alternatively, you can download this as a PDF, which I highly recommend that you do in case access to the internet becomes difficult. You will always have it. Okay, so you're going to want to spend some time going through this. However, for now, I'd like to get back to that other syllabus, the one called the POP. How do I go back? Well, you could use your back button, although I'd like to encourage you to get out of the habit of always pushing the back button and trying to understand the syllabus on a design level. So let's go back to our navigational menu. Obviously, if I push dashboard, I'm going to go all the way back to my other classes, biology, math, whatever you're taking. But if I come right here, right, under the English N60 tab, I can always return using the home page. And there I am, right back to where I started. let me click on this pop syllabus and see what's different about it. Oh, it wants me to open it in a new window. How exciting. And here we go. This is the fun syllabus, right? It has most of the same information on the text only syllabus, but it's a lot more fun. It's got these little symbols, right, that I should probably be figuring out what they mean. It's got pictures. It also has a link to the text only syllabus, so that must be something important if my professor is putting it in so many places. We had this little link to schedule an appointment for office hours. Oh, how does that work? Oh, it sends me a mail, so that's pretty good. It looks like I need to schedule my office hours. Yeah, we'll not save this one for now. Let's see, I've got too many things open. There we go. Did I have to schedule? Oh, no, I don't. I can come during the posted times, Monday and Wednesday, 1 to 1:30 in my same classroom, and that's back to back with class. So that's pretty easy and convenient to visit the professor during office hours. And it looks like she's also available by appointment via something called Zoom technology. Okay, and then I can continue to scroll down. I'm going to scroll down quite a bit so we can get to the schedule portion of this. And notice that here we are, those units that we saw in our bird's eye view correspond to some actual assignments. And the dates listed here, I will go ahead and tell you, and I'll remind you again on the first day of class. The dates correspond to the due dates. So, for example, if we go down here to August 29th, which is your second day of class, these readings are due before class starts, right? So before class starts, you will have read these pages 13, skip a few here, and then through page 28. And this assignment, Canvas 1.0 word cloud, will be due before class starts on August 29th. Okay, notice how there are two tabs at the top. This syllabus actually opened in an alternate tab, so there's no problem in you can toggle between the tags, or if you feel that you're done with the syllabus for now, you can exit. Okay, we know how to go back, but let's play around with this previous button and see what happens. Oh, it takes me back to the welcome page, which by the time you are logged in will have some content. Let's try that home button again, and that will take us, oh my gosh, there is word cloud and there is a pencil. I think that pencil may have something to do with an assignment. So let's just see what this assignment expectation is going to be here. Okay, again, it's a lot of text, so instead of just starting at the beginning, I'm going to take a bird's eye view, and I'm going to see that it looks like it's divided into background. My professor wants me to know something about this assignment before I dive in. She's included some samples, and actually, this is pretty cool stuff. I wonder if she expects me to make this by hand or what. That looks like an art class. And then if I go down just a little bit, more. Well, that one doesn't look quite as complicated, but still, what if I don't have a colored pencils? And then I keep going down, and I eventually get to the part where I'm going to be generating this, obviously, with an online tool. And then I keep scrolling, right? Because I'm still in my bird's eye view. It looks as though I'm going to be posting my product, and then I've been given this rubric indicating to me exactly how I'm to be graded. And I may look at the bottom and notice it's only worth 5 points, but I also notice how detailed and clear the instructions are. So it looks as though, to me, this class is not going to be one where the professor just subjectively makes a decision on whose grade is what, but she's going to be very careful and deliberate in how the assignments are graded. And if I'm to do well in this course, it behooves me to read carefully the rubric to score all 5 points. And it looks easy enough to do, right? I get a full 2 points out of those 5 points simply for completing my assignment on time. So that's good to know. And it looks like I've reached the bottom. So that's just a brief overview of how to go about navigating Canvas. In summary, you'll want to take a bird's eye view first and not get bogged down in the information on a granular level. And then on a second or third reading, you'll want to go back and start reading word by word. And we'll practice more of that during the first week of class. It has been my pleasure to get to know you through this brief introductory video. And again, I look forward to meeting you in the flesh on Monday.